Winning an Olympic gold medal definitely changes your life. And I think the biggest way it changes your life is just internally, the realization that you achieved what you never thought you'd be capable of achieving. And I think it kind of changes your brain chemistry in a way. You know, experiencing such a high and dedicating your life, and it just, you know, you have a 1 day and a 4-year cycle and you did everything right in the lead up, in the rounds before then, to deliver your best on that day. And when it all unfolds perfectly, then it's just the most incredible feeling that's really hard to describe. And to just, you know, I still remind myself every day that that was me, that was my hard work, and yeah, that I'm an Olympic champion. Resilience is something that's definitely underpinned my career. I'd say more so, you know, emotional resilience, learning to really keep a positive mindset, to keep that self-belief high, even when faced with a lot of setbacks, when faced with a lot of uncertainty. For me, that was quite a big thing for 2023 and 2024. There were a lot of uncertain periods. And just, you know, focusing on what I could control, it's just been a huge growth factor for me. Resilience is learning not to confuse, you know, a single defeat with a final defeat, and learning not just to get back up, you know, or back in the boat, but really learning from those setbacks to go even further next time. The toughest question would be, why am I still doing this? Is it all worth it? And will I ever get there? There, you know, the final destination being the Olympic Games. And I think, you know, the answer was always, you know, I didn't come this far just to come this far and just to finish right here. And so that's something I just kept reminding myself. And now I don't think I have those tough questions anymore. I think once you've proved what you're capable of achieving, mainly to yourself, there's sort of that liberating feeling of wanting to, you know, achieve it again, but also know that, you know, you are capable of achieving great things. Physically, to be involved in the kite cross, my favourite part of it is that you just start with an adrenaline rush. You start with the drop and you just know that you have to go flat out, and it's a bit of an adrenaline rush, but you know, the fact that you just start doing your max effort really helps you to get into that zone. And then you have stages where you have to, you know, see what's coming at you, look up, you have to adapt or attack or defend. And it's, I think what's happening mentally is this state of, like, you know, deep concentration, but also a lot of, you know, looking through your peripheral vision and adaptation as well. So what I love about it the most is that you don't know how it's going to unfold. I do remember attending the 2005 World Championships. I don't remember much because I was still quite young, and I think I was too young to be involved as a volunteer, but I remember it being, you know, the biggest show. We are normally always traveling, and I was lucky to travel with my parents from a young age to watch different competitions, and then suddenly everyone was in my own backyard and I was sitting up on the hill and watching everyone go down, and the biggest names in canoe sport were there. So it was incredible watching someone that I knew, that I was such a fan of, Robin Bell. He won the World Championships, and that was a massive moment for us, and one that, you know, stayed just anchored in their mind for such a long period of time. So it's amazing to think 20 years later that I'll be, you know, the one on the start line putting on that show, and there might be other little kids like me on the hill that are watching, and that will be competing later on. Yeah, it's been incredible to be part of the program for 12 years now, and to see little juniors and under 23s come through, and hopefully they'll have, you know, the same long career and support that I did.